be evening for some of you, but it's good morning for me. December 1st, first day of Vlogmas. Yay! It is December 1st, and this is the For Fun of Knit podcast, and I am your host, Linda, coming to you from South Surrey, just outside of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm sure you know that. But it's still, the sun is rising, obviously, but it's still dark enough so I can have my Christmas lights on and still feel very festive. So thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be, several days, hopefully sometimes every day, sometimes every other day, depending on the schedule. I'm going to share as much of the festivities of the season as I can. I certainly hope that you and your families have the opportunity to relish in some calm, in some warmth, in the glow that comes this time of year, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, some other opportunity to celebrate, whether it's just the lights or Santa Claus. I really do hope that this time of year, my favorite time of year, brings that warm hug that everybody needs in the world. So with that, let's get into just a few little things. I will show you my advents, but I'm going to do it differently than last year. I'm not going to unwrap each one individually. I'm going to show them to you as a group so that trying to keep the videos short. I'd like to keep them 10 to 15 minutes. I think I said that last year, and I think most of them were half an hour. But the point of Vlogmas is just a little snippet and a little peek into the festivities. So without further ado, I might even share, here's me going off on a tangent, I might even share a little bit of Christmas lore or mystique or tidbits, I guess, throughout Vlogmas as well, because honestly, I learn something new every day. Christmas and just international celebrations, for example. I've said I'm from a Dutch background. In Holland, Christmas, the 24th is the big feast day. And when I say that, that is from my parents' experience, not mine. I understand that Holland still, on the 25th now, in lots of parts of Holland, they have a very luxurious 25th. But the gift giving happens twice. It happens on the 5th, in my parents' experience. So this is going back to the 50s and 60s because they immigrated to Canada in the 60s. So in their world, December 5th, you got a little gift. That was when St. Nicholas came, but you also got the big feasts and a gift on the 24th. And then the 25th was quite a calm and serene sort of day. That is different probably in different parts of Holland, depending on what the religious affiliation is. It might be a little bit different, but that was my parents' experience. Combine that with the Canadian experience where, heck, the 24th is just a get-together and a happy hour party. And the 25th is the big day, and you have stockings in the morning, and then you have the big turkey dinner, and then you have, you have the stockings and the gifts in the morning, and the big turkey dinner, and all the wonderful, and actually turkey dinner is usually, well, in the States, I think it's in the afternoon. I could be wrong about that. Somebody correct me. I don't know if you have Christmas dinner in the afternoon or if you actually have it at night, but in Canada, you technically have it at night. And then there's the Spanish tradition where they actually celebrate the Epiphany. So they actually give their gifts on the 6th of January. And maybe not all their gifts, but that is the day that the three kings went to see baby Jesus. So that is when they celebrate their gifts. So our family, we love to adopt everything. So we've adopted all of it. So we basically go from December 5th until January 6th. And in an ideal world, we have a gift on the 5th and we save one gift for the 6th. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of like having a birthday week instead of one birthday. So this is a birthday month, I guess. So a little bit of Christmas trivia, and somebody feel free to comment and correct me if I'm wrong. While we celebrate the birth of Jesus on Christmas Day, the 25th, he was actually born in March. That's what the historians say. So I find that an interesting tidbit. I don't care. It's still his birthday. It's the 25th. We celebrate. So that was kind of fun. Also, one of my viewers commented that a lot of people get the 12 days of Christmas mixed up. And I agree with that. The 12 days of Christmas, and you probably all know this, but just in case there's someone out there who doesn't, the 12 days of Christmas is actually from the 25th of December to January 6th, 5th or 6th, depending. But it's the 12 days leading up to the Epiphany. So it is to represent the three kings' journey to go visit baby Jesus and bestow him the gifts. So in case you were wondering about the 12 days of Christmas, the song I don't get, the 12 days of Christmas, there you go. And Advent, of course, is the 4 Sundays prior to Christmas. Advent being Latin for the countdown, I guess, or the coming, I guess, the coming of. So for us, Advent is 4 Sundays in advance of Christmas. For the marketing world, which I totally subscribe to as well, it's the Advent calendar season starts December 1st, and hence Advent on Vlogmas starts December 1st. So it's generally more internationally celebrated, I guess, that way. Okay, enough ramble. I wanted to keep this down. I'm already 6 minutes in. There you go. Let's start with my Advents. So I have 4 Advents, Sassy Strings Advent, a Shirley Bryan Advent, I have a Stash Lounge Advent, and from last year that got caught in the mail, I have a Sweet Sparrow Knits Advent. So, and I do not, if I can find the cards that had the descriptor, or even if they came with descriptors of what all the yarns were, you would think I would have kept those, but I can't find them. So I have no idea what I've done with them. But this is the first one, and this is from Sassy Strings, a Canadian dyer. It's a beautiful, hopefully you can see that color. My lighting isn't all that great this morning, and I want to keep the lighting kind of subdued. But look at this beautiful stitch marker. It's a little Christmas stocking, and it's even got a little bling in it. Very cute. And this is just a buttery cream color. Lovely. And then I have from Stash Lounge. The fun thing about the Stash Lounge one, just as a reminder, is that it's all different Canadian dyers. And so this dyer, the very first day one, Stash Lounge is a yarn store in Alberta, and this yarn is Comfy Cozy Knits, which I absolutely love, in, I think the color is called Cosmo. And look at this beautiful tonal blue. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Then this one is from Shirley Bryan Yarns. And I don't know the name of it, but it's absolutely lovely. It's got lavenders and purples and coppers. I just think it's a beautiful blend of colors. And the last one is the Sweet Sparrow, and it came with just a cute little, just a stitch marker, and it's in a very light bluey lavender as well. And this is a 10-gram mini. The other ones are 20-gram minis, I do believe. I've got 2 20 grams and I think 2 10 grams. I have to check that. I'm not too sure if that's a 10-gram or 20-gram. But so these are the 4 day one collection. And look at, they actually kind of go. Isn't that lovely? I could actually put those together in a way. I don't know. We must think about this. We must think about this. That is absolutely lovely. Pretty colors. Absolutely. Now, as far as knitting my minis, there's no way I can knit 4 minis in one day. So I'm going to have another stash of minis. And that leads me into thinking about plans for next year, but we'll hold off on that until my New Year's video, which I'm going to do, hopefully, fingers crossed, from Spain. So that was my Advents. As for my socks, remember I told you I was going to join Nitty Natty in her Sockmas 2021. Well, I did decide on the yarn. And as always, it took me forever to make the decision. So I'm late. It's December 1st. It started on the 26th. I'm almost a week late. Oh my gosh. But I decided on the Woolly Cauldron, Mrs. Claus Lets Her Hair Down skein, and I just loved it because it's predominantly red, and then it's got all these beautiful speckles, including golds and blues and greens, so and pinks, all the festive colors. So I had a lot of choice with this on whether to do, on what kind of contrast color I wanted, and that's where I got hung up. Well, one, I got hung up trying to make a decision because one of my viewers, thank you so much, just suggested that I just put them all in a bag and just select one. I wish I thought of that. It would have been much faster. But I stared at them and stared at them and stared at them and finally decided on this one. And I'd love to knit them all. But so I decided on this one. And then I ran into the dilemma of what do I do for the cuffs, heels, and toes? And so I really kind of wanted to do a little bit different. I could go with the traditional green. Sorry, I'm just trying to get in the light. I could go with the traditional green, and this is a timber yarn. Or I could do more of a speckle, which this is Hue Loco, and this is Crookshanks. Can't remember what this one is, but this is a beautiful green. And this is Sweet Skein of Mine, just in a beautiful gold, more of a tonal. So I opted for the tonal and started the cuff, and I started a Norwegian cast on because I wanted it to be super stretchy. And now I'm not sure because I won't have enough to do the heels, toes, and cuffs on both socks. I don't think. Does anybody know? These are 20-gram minis. That seems like quite a lot of yarn. I don't know that I can do all three. And so now I'm wondering if I should just undo this, delay again, undo this and do just the toes and the cuffs. Just the toes and the heels, because the cuffs you don't really see, they're under your pant leg, or but I always love the toes and the heels to be contrasty. I might have to undo this. Anyway, that is the sock color of choice, and I'm looking forward to getting moving with those because the Nitty Natty Sockmas knit along ends December 17th, so not a lot of time, and I'm already behind. Not that I care if I actually finish, because no pressure. I refuse to have any kind of pressure. It's just kind of fun to participate. The last thing I want to share with you today, before we go into a little bit more of a video on my office, is I got the Cozy Knitter 2021 Advent sock, 24 stripe sock. So if you haven't received yours yet, because I just got this literally in the mail yesterday. So if you haven't got it and you want to be surprised, turn away. I'll give you a second. 1001, because I'm going to show it now. So if you didn't want to see it, don't look. But here it is. And I hope you can see it in my strange lighting. But it is a beautiful, it's more pastel-y than it was last year, more of soft lavenders and soft pinks. And I love it. It's just got this pop of chartreuse. So that I'm looking forward to starting knitting on these. And yes, I'm going to knit on these because I definitely want to get these done. I think I'm going to have a lot of socks on the go in December. Won't finish them all, but I'm going to have socks. So that is the knitting plans for now. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm going to just show you a little bit of a video of me organizing and getting ready to transform. So in the intro, I showed you my before office. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about the process, which I might have showed in a previous video, I'm not sure, of the prep, getting ready for the refresh. And then in the coming days, I'll show you the tour of the finished knitting space as it is today. Anyway, thank you everybody. Have a warm and wonderful day wherever you're spending it. Stay calm, stay comforted, and enjoy all the wonders of the Christmas season. Take care. So here's the before of my office, and look at all the yarn in the background and see how much is already caked up. I had to uncake it all. I did not realize when I first purchased yarn that caking was not the best way to store your yarn. So I reskeined it and ended up with a treasure trove of yarn. Shelves bare, I packed it all away. And as I decluttered, I found I had so much writing paper. Who needs all that? Then I had to put it all away in different rooms. Then I painted everything. And then I took a look at the furniture. I didn't want to purchase new, so I reclaimed and repurposed my furniture, converted my desk from black and brown to this beautiful antique white. I love it. I even spray painted my filing cabinet chartreuse. That was the easy part. Then I had to put everything back together and reorganize what was left. So stay tuned in the upcoming videos for the big reveal.